Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are. This is Ramon Escalera. As you can see, the target, it almost hit where we expected it to hit. It got very, very close. When it went down, it hit as low as you can see here, it was like 22.17. I thought it was going to go, well, that's pretty much around the same range. So it's either 22, 22.17, very, very close. I bought at 22.61. It went up a little bit, then it came back down just a tad on this candle here. And that's when I saw, my Fisher transform, I saw the green crossover and I saw the RSI. It looked like it made a little hook right here. I knew right then and there, this thing is going to reverse. So I made my purchase at 22.61 is where I made my purchase. So right about here. This is where I made my purchase, right here. And then it did this. And as you can see, so now you're probably expecting, what's the next target for XRP? What's the next target for XRP? Again, this is a 4-hour candle. And the reason why I choose 4-hour candles is so I can make more money in a longer period of time than to make a little bit of money in short periods of time. So how far, as you can see, I've already created it. It's right here. You already know the first target. You know the second, third, and fourth. Why are these targets? Obviously, I haven't marked the fifth target, which is way up here. Because we don't know if XRP is going to actually do its thing, 100%. Because it's been very volatile lately. It goes up, it goes down. You're not too certain. And so what I like to do is create little spurts, little pockets of where I think it's going to go. Okay. Let me create a clone. This will be my fifth target here. I'm just going to put fifth. All right, just mark that. That way we know. So this is what I'm expecting for it to go, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go ahead and get my, I'll just use an arrow. Here we go. All right, first target. It could hit 0.236. which is right here, and go down just a little bit. But I think it's going to break that. Possibility that it's going to break the 0.336 marker because the momentum is still in our favor. As you can see, the volume's switching. Sellers are turning into buyers. So all the people that sold are now needed to buy because this thing is moving. This is a pretty sharp incline. The closer it goes to a straight line, the more bullish we are. And it's pretty bullish, if you can see it here. That's not too bad. I mean, right here was really bullish. That it declined just a tad bit, and now it's moving. But it's still moving upwards. This is still moving upwards. This is the 4-hour chart, still looking good. Now, in the 4-hour chart, this can go up and down for 4 hours, and then it's going to create a new candle. In 2 hours and 49 minutes will be the next candle. That'll be the next candle here. So I think if that candle comes into fruition and we're still bullish and it breaks the 0.236 marker, then we're heading for our first target. Okay, so I think it's going to hit here. Let me change this arrow. This arrow looks horrific. Let me put the thickness, and let me change the color so you can see it. There we go. All right, so this will be my first target, which is right here. Okay, so we're looking at right around 0.2688, 0.2743. Okay, so right around this price here. This is going to be the first target. Obviously, the second target is going to be here. And the reason why I chose this range here is because it's been here. It was resistance, and then it became support. Then it became support still. Then it became resistance here. And then support, but it broke right through. This was a huge sell. Somebody just decided to get rid of it all. And then it bounced off our first target. And it looks like it's moving. And this is where everybody started selling. And if you sold anywhere in here just to sell, to get out of it, you should have known there was going to be another bounce back up. You should have known. But some people don't know. Mom and pops traders don't know how to trade on a daily or 4-hour or etc. etc. They just get in, they see it dropping too much, they'll take their losses and sell. And a lot of times a lot of news that's put out there will also create this. Okay, so keep that in mind. And now it's on its reversal. What goes up must come down. What goes down must come up. So when rain falls, obviously, and then it becomes steam, and it goes right back into the clouds. Anyway, that being said, as you can see here, first target, second target will be 0.28, 0.2834, 0.2873. Right around this range here. This will be our second target. Why am I giving you these targets? It's simple. If it breaks the 0.236 and it doesn't go down, so if it doesn't do this, this is what we don't want it to do. Okay. Let me change the color so that way we know. Let me go purple. All right. If it breaks through here and it doesn't come down, okay, this is if it breaks through there and it doesn't come down, or if it breaks through and just stops here, it then shoots up, and it's going to be our first target. And same thing, it may break down and then shoot up to our second target, and so on. So you get the idea. So you want to be careful and watch for these waves, okay? And then our next and last target will be a fifth target, which would be, oop, my mouse got messed up there. Would be, it's not going backwards, but you get the idea. All right, so our first goal, if it breaks through the 0.236 marker, it's heading here, heading here. Now, this is a very strong resistance area right here. It may, let me erase this, because it may, let me show you something. Let me show you something. All right, let me remove that. It may do this, because that's a very strong resistance area. Once it breaks here, 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 this marker right here, this is a very strong resistance area, okay? Because this is a lot of space between here and here, okay? So this is going to be momentum shape. So if we can break through all this, if we break the 0.23 and then we start breaking through this, then your next target to look for is here, okay? Now remember, these are pennies, 27, 28. This one's almost 30 cents here, 31. And then from 31 all the way to 34, 35, this is going to be the big killer. Because here to here is a lot of room. And it may not just shoot up. Obviously, it's not going to shoot straight up unless we were really, really bullish in momentum. It looks good. You still see the volume here. These green squares are starting to get smaller and smaller. But that's a good thing. Because now the green squares look like they're going to appear at the top of the 0% line, which is right here, the 0% line. If these squares start to appear at the 0% line, then we're starting to look like this. We're going to start to get bullish like this, okay? Which is good. That means momentum is continuing to rise, which means the price is going to continue to rise. So if you bought where I bought, so far we've made 21.71%. Okay? Well, actually, you know what? Let me change that because that's not exactly, that's the bottom of the Fibonacci. I didn't buy at the bottom of Fibonacci. Let me go ahead and move this up if I can get it. Only problem is I put it, there we go. Nope. It just keeps strong. Give me 1 second. I do apologize. I still apologize. Let me remove it. There we go. I got all these purple now all over the place. We're going to go with price range. So I purchased at 22.61, which is right here. Okay. That's where I bought mine. Ah, this thing. Okay. And my first target. So I'm going to keep an eye on right here because from here to here, 22.61. I do apologize. Hang in there. I know sometimes people are like, "Wow, speed it up, buddy." Well, I'm doing my best. Sometimes this happens. 11.57% is my first target. So right here, I mean, I'm not going to sell here because I know I want to sell here. I want my money to get up larger. So, but as of right now, from watching this and where I purchased, I'm up 9.50%. Okay, that's what I'm up right now, which is great. That's great to be up almost 10%. Now, let's get to right here because I want to be up 20%. This is where I'll probably sell off just a little bit, only because I think it might break down just a little bit. So I might sell some just to accumulate some more. So if you're a day trader like me, if you're not a trader, like a day trader, don't want to sell every day, then you just hold and just watch these targets, okay? Because this looks like it's going to commence, okay? Let me get my handy dandy trader. From here, this is where last high was, from here to here, okay? Now we take that, I'm going to duplicate it. All right. So if we look at from here to here, this huge jump that we had, and we copy it and bring it down to where we were, it looks like we're going to hit that 702 marker, exactly where I thought the resistance was going to be. So this is where you're going to look out for. So it should be able to break the first, second, and third target with no problem. It should be able to if it moves like this, okay? And if it does, this is where we're going to have to be careful for, because this 0.702 marker is where I told you we're going to see most resistance. It may bounce from here and start shooting down. Okay, so when it gets here, it's a possibility it may come down to 28 cents, even 27. It may come all the way down to 27 and then start moving its way back up again. But this is going to be a strong resistor. If we can break this, we can head up to our fifth target, okay? And then we'll go from there. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got to share with you today about XRP. Also, my last video, I put here, this is a resistance. I thought it was going to break through and go even lower, but it still met the marker. I shouldn't, this downsending channel, it hit the target right here, right on the dot. This is where your buy should have been. So this buy that I put here should have been here. But either way, I said it could be here, but I think it was going to go down here. This is what I said. But if you bought here, okay, if you bought here, you're great because you made profit. You're looking at 35 cents profit as of right now. About 35 cents profit, depending how many shares you bought. If you bought 3,000 shares, you made $1,050. You made $1,050 if you bought 3,000 shares from here to here. About $1,050 in profit right now. That's trading, day trading, ladies and gentlemen. So you can make some good money. You just got to know where the targets are. Same thing for XRP. If you would have bought here, where I bought here, 0.2261, that's 2261. We're at 2471. So 22 point, I'm going to do the math like this. Minus 2476. That's 2 cents, 2.15 cents. Okay. So let's clear this out. And let's say you have 65,000 shares. I don't have that many, but let's just say you do. Some of you do, some of you don't. We'll times that by 0.025, right? You made $1,625. You made $1,625 from here to right here, from here to here. To see that when you have a lot of shares of something, you can make some pretty good money. Now, if this hits our first target, okay, let's say it goes up here. So we're looking at, I'm going to say right at the very bottom, just to be on the precise. So 0.2694. So we'll do the math here. You got to do the math. That's the only way to know if you're going to make profit or not. That way you know what's profit and what's not. So if you're willing to sell, how do I move this damn calendar? I know I can. Okay, right here. God, things in my way. All right, so from here to here. So let's say you bought here. So 2261. So we'll say 22. Oh, clear that. 22.61. I'm almost done here, ladies and gents. And then let's say it hit 2702. That's 22 cents. Sort of. Not really 22 cents. See, 22, 3, 4, 5, 26, 27. Hey, I'm doing my math. It's horrible. All right, 22. We'll say 5 cents. This is percentage gain. We'll say 5 cents. It goes up 5 cents. You get 65 times 0.5. Shoot, that's way too much money. I definitely got the zero. Let me go back. 65,000 times 0.05. That's what I'm supposed to put. That's $3,250. 5 cent gain. From here, 22 to here, our first target, that's 5 cents gain on every coin. If you got 65,000 coins, then you made $3,250 on just that. Now, that could happen today. It could happen by tomorrow. Well, every 4 hours is a new candle. We got 2 hours and 36 minutes on a 4-hour chart, but I still see this being my first target, second, third, fourth. So I'm going to keep a close eye on every target. Obviously, the main focus is 0.236. Hopefully, it breaks right through this. I think it will. I see it looks identical to this side. It looks almost identical. Now, we're looking at the straight line, so it's going to do this. But here, this is where we should probably get a new candle right around it. If we do, this is what it's going to look like, hopefully. Exactly what it is here, but on this side. And then hopefully we get our first target. If you get our first target, ladies and gentlemen, you just made $3,000 something. If you got 65,000 coins, if you got more than that, you made a lot more. But let's say the little guy only has 10,000 coins. We'll say 5,000. You may have 5,000 times 0.05. That's $250, ladies and gentlemen, you just made on 5,000 coins, and it goes up from here to our first target if you bought down here. Okay. All right. But other than that, that's all I got to share today. Keep an eye out for these targets. I think it's going to hit the first target, second, third. But remember, look at this big pump. It's identical to what's happening here. And it's possible that it's going to hit that 0.702 marker right here. And this is where we'll start seeing our most resistance. Okay. So other than that, take care. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Comment, comment, subscribe, and like, ladies and gentlemen, because I will not be making these videos if there's no audience. There's no point of making these videos. If I'm making them for myself, I'll just continue to trade by myself. But I want to make sure you guys can see what I see. And if you do, and you like, you comment, then it makes me feel better. Then I get in here and do more work. If you want to see daily videos like this, then I need you to daily subscribe, like, and comment. Other than that, for those that have been liking, commenting, I've answered every question, okay? So other than that, that's it. Thank you very much. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Take care now. Peace.